Hello BZPower, this is reporter ChocolateFrogs with a set review of 70795, the Mask Maker versus Skull Grinder. This is of course a Bionicle set that comes out this summer. So special thanks to LEGO for sending BZPower some of these sets. If you want to win your own, keep watching till the end of the video and we'll let you know how. Visit BZPower for a full text review of this set and other LEGO Bionicle news, discussion, set reviews, all of that kind of good stuff. So, this is the box of the set. Details right here include the Bionicle logo, LEGO logo, set recommendation age, name, all that crazy good stuff. And then some fantastic box art. You see the Mask Maker and the Skull Grinder just in the middle of a duel fighting over the Mask of Creation, which the box notes comes in the set as a one-to-one comparison for piece size compared to the box art. So obviously from the front you can see a lot of gold, a lot of gunmetal grays, transparencies, sharp weapons. It's overall an exciting front of the box. And on the back, it's no different. We have the Skull Grinder taking the mask off of the Mask Maker. We have some power functions and showing off the Skull Grinder's mask itself. We have the two sets fighting again with some action sequences showed. What they can do with their weapons, up and down. Some more of that. The railgun piece first seen earlier this year, and then it shows us that if you get the one of the other sets, the Scorpion guy, then you can combine him to make another set together. Instructions should be online any day now. And then there's a nice little comic on the bottom. So that's always fun to just see what exactly the storyline sequence for the set is, which it looks like put the Mask of Creation on the Mask Maker. So that's a big deal. Let us open the box up and show off all the pieces. All right, look at all these fancy pieces. Let's just start with the most obvious thing, the Mask of Creation. Look at that. It's a nice pearl gold color. Big, sturdy, strong. Pretty much what we've expected ever since seeing it at New York Comic Con, built out of brick. It just looks fantastic because we've seen it in videos for almost a year now. So that's pretty impressive. Of course, the Mask Maker has his own mask, which is the gold with the transparent blue fuse into it, just like all the other protector masks. Two-tone. That's really cool. I can see a lot of people just wanting to use that as well. And then the Skull Grinder has his own mask. This one's kind of tiny in comparison to the other two. Probably about the size of, I guess, Onua's mask compared to the larger ones we've seen on the Toa, of course. That just looks vicious. It's silver, more or less. Yeah, it's silver compared to the gunmetal we got. So that's pretty neat. Let's see. So we also get some nifty armor in gunmetal that clips on to the armor that, like a lot of the other armor we have. It's jagged, it's curved, it looks nasty. It's great for the Skull Grinder. He also has a chest piece with some decals already on it. Chains, red, stuff like that. It's all great. There is this one bit of torso armor, which is a clip. Yeah, the shell joint thing, as opposed to having the pegs. That's pretty nifty. It looks like ribs in trans orange. That's awesome. And then the Skull Grinder on his head has these horns. This is a new piece. They're curved. They have the pins to be held. They look great. Can't wait to see these in use. And the Skull Grinder has these new bone limbs, which is like the other limbs, but there's absolutely no way of putting any shell armor onto these. They look scary. They're really going to add a great feel, I believe, to the set. And then the weapons they have include this fancy sword in silver, so that's pretty cool. And then these axe pieces, you get 3 of them in the set. These look fantastic. That's just great. Cool. You get one of these wheels probably from the Cinderella sets. It's where they're most known for. That'll go on the Mask Maker's shield. You get one of the Gatling guns in transparent blue, so that's different. I wish we got 2 of these. I thought we got 2, one for the front, one for the back of the hammer, but you only get 1, so that's a kind of disappointment, because it means I'll have to put that little permanent piece inside it. Let's see. You get some Balrog eyes. We haven't seen those much lately, so that's cool. There is, of course, some gold armor, some more the armor from the Toa. That's always good to have. Of course, some of the heads. That's always good to have. Just, the basic stuff that are coming back, like the gearbox for the chest, things like that. There's a silver torso for Skull Grinder. So all those little things, like this, that piece is in gray now. So a couple more things that just are part of this set that we haven't seen yet. Yeah, I believe that's pretty much it as far as all the special things. Some silver pegged feet, stuff like that. Get one of these. Haven't seen these in some sets in a while. So that's all pretty great. And then, of course, trans blue limbs, trans orange limbs, some of the paladin armor, little things like that. Yeah. So it's gonna be a good set. Let's build it and let's check it out. And here we have the final set. This is the Mask Maker and the Skull Crusher. And yes, they can be Mask Maker versus Skull Crusher, as you'll see in photos in my text review. You can fight a little bit, and the Mask Maker can use his gun to shoot the studs. That's always fun. These actually are pretty great projectile launchers, considering some of the other things LEGO's made recently. Now they might go missing, the studs might, but luckily you get like 7 extra studs with the set. So, works out pretty well. Let's see. And then, of course, you get the Mask of Creation. So that's great. It has a nice little stand here. But the stand sometimes, definitely doesn't want to have it stand straight on like that. So you're best off trying to prop it up and keep it up. But that's the only downside, I'd say. Skull Crusher looks fantastic. Mean, menacing, evil. And then the Mask Maker looks great as well as a good guy. So let's take a look at that. Start with him. I guess this isn't a Kimu, is he? I don't know. We'll find out soon, won't we? Hopefully there's going to be some videos. Gold and the trans blue pattern looks great as a colored option. He has a protector build mostly, but then you get the gearbox of the Toa builds later on for shoulders. So he a little stockier, a little better armored than protectors are, and it overall just gives him a great effect for using his hammer as a hammer or as a weapon, and just beefs him up a little bit. Not only against the Skull Basher, Skull Crusher, but Skull Grinder, but as well for just as a more prominent importance than a protector. So that's what it looks like. The silver, the gold, the trans blue. This looks great. He definitely looks like a good guy. And I think that's important because on the box you'll see the good guy versus a bad guy, and the bad guy also looks like a bad guy. So there we go. He's got the trans orange and the gunmetal, two colors that when put together look like a bad guy look. He has this triple axe thing, and that's awesome, as well as just a sword in his other hand for the melee fights. And he also has the gearbox, which controls both arms, so he can definitely cause some damage. I didn't highlight this earlier, but he has a trans orange eye brain, and that's awesome because we haven't seen that in the Toa or the protector sets. So that's really cool. A new color for that. It's nice having a variety of colors for the eyes, for all your things you build, or even just when you're displaying these things. The armor, the spikes and the curve, it looks great on both his shoulders and his kneecaps. Really just makes him look like if you knee somebody, they're gonna be hurt. I was a little worried about the bony limbs without having the ball there to grip some armor if you chose to do that, but I think it actually looks really good. It's kind of scary in the way that like skeletons are scary on like Halloween. Just they're gonna come for you. They don't look quite alive, and that's what this guy is. He's gonna get you. And the bones don't have anything on them, so he's not worried about getting hurt because there's nothing to hurt skin wise or anything. So that's crazy. The rib cage here with the trans orange looks great, but the chest armor adds to that as well. I think my complaint about him is when you look at him from the back, he's kind of empty. There's not really anything keeping him together aside from a few Technic beams and other Lego parts. So from the front he looks like there's a bit there. From the back, there's nothing. If he is supposed to look more skeleton-like, then that makes sense. But I still think, from a structural standpoint, he's missing a few bits. But who says our Bionicle have to be realistic, right? As you can see on his head, there's the horns there. Those just protrude out from his skull, and those are awesome and menacing. Sort of give almost a Minotaur look. You can even just like walking around with these horns sticking out. That's pretty crazy. His mask is like the scowl thing. But and I think that works really well for his character. And of course, you get this in one of the other sets as well. Let's see. I love his weapon. It's a nice long staff. It's menacing with the 3 blades on there. Goes down another dagger at the end, and it also grips the Mask of Creation really well, as the box art shows. So he can steal that, and he won't drop it usually. So overall, very cool. Fairly well built, if not completely aesthetically pleasing. Some of the newer bits are pretty cool looking, like the bony limbs. I didn't like them when I first saw them, but I think they're pretty cool now. So there you go. There are those two. Of course, let me show you. They're fighting, and he gets a couple good hits in. And Akimu's mask, well, Akimu Mask Maker's mask falls off. Oh no, but he might get his hands on the mask creation, and now he has all kinds of power. And he can do that or whatnot. He can hammer smash and use his shield to protect himself and win the day. That's what we want, right? We want him to win the day, be victorious, stop the bad guys, and whatever narrative you want. This is getting a good guy and a bad guy in a set like this. Do a pretty good job giving you that. The weapons are my favorite part. Well, the weapons and the masks. But the weapons, I really like these axe parts, and I look forward to using them later. And the sword's really cool too. There we go. Fix them up a bit. Reload. Bit ineffective from a physics standpoint, but I'm sure in the storyline, those studs do a lot more damage. From all angles, these guys are pretty menacing. There we go. All right, so I know you all want your own, don't you? So all you gotta do is comment on this video and subscribe to the BZPower YouTube channel. And in doing so, you'll be entered to win a raffle for one of these. We'll choose a winner in a week from this video is being posted. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter, at BZPower.com, just on Flickr. You know, check out everything we're doing in the community, and you can become an active part of that. So, Mask Maker and Skull Grinder. Pretty menacing things. They'll probably be available August, hopefully. Maybe July, if you're lucky. Maybe already now, if you're not in the US. Just depends what your stores have. So, this is ChocolateFrogs. Thanks for watching. Visit BZPower. I'll see you next time.